Greetings on this evening. I think I'm going to get a little blue tonight and figure a little bit of the recollections dealing with pain, mostly pertaining to the hunger issue, not necessarily the traditional hunger. And I feel bad, I will preface this by saying, because this is generated through the sensory depraved motif rather than the traditional. And I have come up with solutions to problems, but I'm not allowed to. I've tried many of the problems in the world, but I'm not allowed to. One of the things that I have been working on is solutions. But so at least I tried. Um, so the pain that is inflicted upon me, and it's bizarre because I'll use last night as an example. Just going to sleep, and I couldn't fall asleep, and this was late. I usually don't go to sleep until like 2 to 3 in the morning, just because I don't know. My existence is kind of like I'm waiting to walk out the door. I have been waiting to walk out the door for years, literally years. It's like I'm ready to go. I'll hire somebody to come in and pack all my stuff up. I'll grab a few things, a passport, a wallet, and a few things, and I'm out the door. Hire somebody to come in. That's what I've been thinking for years and years and years. I mean, literally going back like 7, 10 years. I've been waiting. I keep thinking, well, there's so much evidence out there that I just figure there is no way possible that I could be buried this long and just left to rot and suffer. But I guess, hey, the mob had other issues at hand. I mean, I admit, I was a bit of a Tasmanian devil. I was lost. I had trouble. I was constantly just a pinball, bouncing from thing to thing, the tornado, Tasmanian devil sort of mentality. And sure, I rubbed some people raw, but I never did anything. This was obviously a trophy kill. Obviously. I mean, there's a lot of really strong credibility. Everything from Everybody's All-American. There's a lot of really strong things that could have turned me into something. But something dragged me down. I kept getting shot. And I admit I made some mistakes, but they never remedied it. It was always that low ball mentality. Let's see how, the skirt steak fajita cheapskate sort of mentality of just getting by. Play it as it lies, and that's where it gets into this crazy play it as it lies. But we're talking about $1 billion bank that is just getting decimated, literally. And I mean, it just finally went so far. And you've got to realize, if you track it back over history, I mean, the changes it's just an evolutionary development, mostly driven by the media and the law. And what can you get away with? And nobody's there to stop anything. There's no balances, no counteractions, or anything like that. So it just, of course, is going to go to extreme predatory nature. And then you get into the competition, and then you get into the massive spending and debt, entitlement sort of programs. Regardless of what everybody thinks, I'm not going to be that gift that keeps on giving and bail people out. Like that bonus check that Clark was waiting for in Christmas Vacation. That's not going to happen. I mean, there's got to be, somebody has to say something. Regardless, I admit, the rest of the world, I don't know. I guess if somebody said, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Because the world hasn't sent me any help either, and I've definitely been on a worldly agenda trying to help things, so it's just bizarre. I guess, though, the crazies that are the USA, you don't really want to cross them, because you never know. They'll put 50 Walmarts within 10 square miles of your capital and completely drain out, that sort of mentality. So, you got a bunch of psychotics that are raged up on juice heads, they are intent on fucking shit up and fucking shit down, any which way but loose, or any which way you can. So, the pain that has been generated for years and years and years, and I mean literally, I can remember laying in bed just aching, just mental. And this is for the haters out there. This is a little special gravy, late night gravy jazz edition for the haters. that really drink in that. They think that's wine and the champagne sort of thing. The Louis Roederer Cristal, the Grand Marnier, which the commercials are really nice. And I would like to go try skiing one of these days, but hey, we know I got to sit here in this garage, do a little pain and suffer and agony for these. So the problem is there's nothing. I mean, it's just the biggest waste. It's stupid waste. I mean, it's not accomplishing anything. Literally nothing except facilitating. It's helping a bank robbery. All this is doing is it's aiding in a bank robbery. It's all this. Really, I mean, it's just the bank. They're laundering stolen loot. That's the only thing that's going on right now. Laundering stolen loot and using me as a hostage for some forgery. Nothing more. I mean, literally, it's just stupid. The kids are obviously brain dead or just little bastards. I don't know. Either brain dead or little fucking bastards. They don't have any concept of economics, global economics. You know, they think they can buy their way out of it. I don't know. I guess they just don't understand. You know, they're above it all. You know, they go play. They can play the way out. They can sing and dance, glee their way out of it. I don't. Doesn't make any sense because the ones I've talked to, it was kind of like, well, y'all got a lot of big problems here. I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to help your generation, but I have not got one fucking intern. You know, they'll hang signs about the Beat Generation and the hippies and stuff like that. But hey, you know, I'm actually a historical, artistic figure. Nothing. You know, just sit here in the garage and waste a little bit of time. Prime time. It's that prime Maria. Oh, Dion. Prime time Sanders KFC sort of thing. Who knows? It's crazy. I mean, it's really bad, stupid, crazy. So the pain game for the haters out there who enjoy my suffering, and for the record, and this isn't anything new. I mean, it's just agony. Literally laying there having, it really is like dying. I mean, just because I have no control. The frustrating part, it's like, and it truly is empathy to critical disease. Because I have so many assets, I have so much out there that's really easy to utilize, but I can't reach it for some odd reason. I'm, you know, like Johnny got in like that Metallica 1 video, just stuck there, and I can't move my arms and legs, and, you know, I'm just can't get anything done. It's bizarre. It truly, truly is bizarre. And this infectious disease might end up killing me in the long run, which is stupid in itself. But hey, the haters don't care. You know, all they're out for is, you know, like I said the other day, you fuck water boy, you get your bitches wet. You know, that's the way. That's dropped in panties. That's the mentality, or the haters. Like, yes, I don't know. And the street cred, you know, fuck water boy or Mr. D's and get the street cred up. In my jovial sense of morose urban reality. So, the pain game of just laying there, suffering, can't sleep, alone, knowing that my, you know, just out of grasp, I mean, so much time just wasted, just years, I mean, decade plus, years and years of nothing. I mean, this has been going on really since, oh, it's been a while. I mean, like 10, 15 years since I've had, even back in the day, it was just back before I was really awake, when I was still just bumbling and stumbling Tasmanian devil, sort of bouncing off the walls, pinball. It was just, you know, I had a few props to occupy my time, you know, but it was, you know, it's been a long time since I had any sort of competent people around me. I can't even remember. You know, it's just bizarre to where I don't even know what I would do with a competent staff around me. But yeah, so I mean, this goes back to when I was living in New York. New Orleans was probably the first bout of solitary isolation. And, well, Dallas, I worked some, then I got fired. Then that was my first bout with hunger. And I ended up, you know, I went like 2 or 3 weeks just dead broke. I left my car on the side of the road, right across from Neiman Marcus there at North Park Mall. Walked back to my apartment like 5 miles away one night. hunger pain. I was literally hunger pains then, eating like just, yeah, it was bad. And then finally got bailed out of that. You know, that's it's just been just on the verge of death. Obviously, I'm supposed to be dead, and it was kind of like I knew I had something there, and that it was kind of keeping me alive. I didn't, you know, it was kind of like, damn, I know something's there. I can't really put it all together because then you didn't have the internet, and I couldn't put all the pieces together. And I did go to the library, and I got a lot of it. You know, I got some info from there and from magazines. I read a lot of magazines, and TV gave me a little bit, and there were hints in the movies. But so I knew something was there. I could see patterns, but it didn't really come together until I started putting the things together on the internet. And I never, and there was internet then. I mean, I just didn't have. I don't know. I wasn't that tapped in, and I never had a lot of spending cash. I was always trying to save up a few $1,000s, and then something would happen. You know, every job, something would happen. You know, it was never constantly. I was always trying to get something. So the pains have been in me for a long time. New Orleans, I can remember. I was just laying around watching TV. I had a job as a fry cook. And I would go in, fry cook. I lived about 3 or 4 blocks away from a bar I used to go to once or twice a week and get drunk in the evenings because they had cheap beer. Then I got a job at a movie theater, but I never had, you know, like I said, I never had friends. And me being what should have been the center of a fucking universe, you know, I should have been, but for some reason it was that black hole expulsion of magnet, you know, it was always never understood it, you know, because I'm not really an ass. I mean, I not on purpose. I guess I occasionally am. I'm kind of, but you know, it just doesn't make any sense. I spent a lot of time at coffee shops. Never, I was shy, I admit, but you know, yeah, never really. So it was bizarre. So it was just time after time, never get anything done, never meeting. I'd meet occasionally, I'd meet artists, occasionally go to parties or something like that, but nothing really solid or, you know, nobody. I never had people call, hey, say, let's work on a project together because I always had smarts to a degree. I knew stuff about stuff because I had done a bunch of studying for a while. So last night, laying in bed, late, and I think I was like 5:30, and I could see the blue in the skies coming up, and I was still just twisting and turning. The agony, I mean, literally just the pain and agony of laying there, not, and out of control. Then waking up in the morning and just being like, what do you know, I'm not going, you know, it's just the agony, laying there in just literal agony over, oh, that's the agony and the ecstasy. I know, I get the agony and I give away all the ecstasy and launder the money, you know, I'm the bank too, you know, what a fucking chump, right? Because I get locked in by these goddamn piece of shit fucking idols. So, yeah, they'd ignore me, you know, hanging by a fucking thread for literally like 6 or 7 years. And known about thousands of pages of evidence. You know, if you see hey, you got a little bit of circumstantial there. I got like thousands of pages of, you know, way back evidence to the early 1900s. But hey, there's something really smelly, fishy going on. Obviously, it's a political agenda. And because they locked me out, it opened the door for them to it went real far. You know, that's when it's going really far the other way. Because now now they have to look at anything, you know, from my past and try to justify it. I come from an area that was, you know, country area, you know, it was really a rough sort of area. And so they're looking, that's why it's getting so sweet and just codifying everything. And, you know, and you can see it's building towards this sort of thing. It's bizarre, though. You know, I should have been I should be in St. Bart's or somewhere at least. You know, it's just bizarre that I'm still here, stuck here. And it just doesn't make any sense to be locked out like this. I'll be honest with you, the pain is, I wake up, I get coffee, and I get motivated and stuff like that. But I mean, and I start trying. You know, all my entire day consists of sending out just crazy fucking Twitters or emails or stuff to try to get somebody, you know, somebody come pick me up, you know, send me a fucking jet, you know, send something, break the goddamn story so I can sell a book, so, you know, I can at least hire a lawyer and get the hell out of here, you know, that's not too much to ask. I know fame, well, that's the funny True Blood, you know, the True Blood vampires on the fame side is, it's trying to manufacture tangible proof, which is real easy with all the evidence I have, but I can't even, you know, I'm ignored and boycotted. They censored and boycotted me, being reverent to all the oppressed peoples of the world, even though I came up with a lot of ideas to try to help these oppressed peoples with evolutionary development, with an economic, artistic, and spiritual channels. But hey, that doesn't matter. We want you to be the reverent chump in there. We need a hostage. That's what this is all about. It's all about a hostage. I was a hostage in Aspen. I was a hostage in New Orleans. I was a hostage in Baton Rouge. Hostage in Jackson. You know, Jackson wasn't as bad. At least I had, I don't know. It was just strange. It's just strange. I guess it's just, I don't have the money to play with, you know, I'm kind of in that in-between thing, because the mob knows who I am usually, or they find out who I am, and they usually leave me alone because they consider me like a trustafarian, even though I don't have any money because my wallet got stolen, and I got locked out, and I can't really compete with it or play with any of the people that have money, so it's kind of, I'm stuck in between, so I've got to generate, you know, the fame thing, yeah. So now fame is, just such an important entity because it validates existence. And with fame, I could sell a book or something, sell a movie and make some money and hire some people, hire a staff and figure out a plan of action. Because I got so much material, probably 5 to 10 books and projects for the material. But I don't know what's good. You know, I got to get some realistic opinions and different interpretations on the production side of it, what angles to approach. Because I'll admit, my perspective is a bit skewed based upon the solitary isolation makes you think a lot. Cabin Fever, like the movie that's in production, Patient Zero. I mean, that's the fucked up thing. It's these goddamn wealthy, worthless fucking pointers. You know, oh, there's a light in the sky, but get me the fuck out of here, you fucking morons. I mean, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's really not that hard. It's not like I'm saying, hey, give me a fucking shit ton of money. Just give me a contact so I can make a fucking deal. I mean, there's got to be some, I mean, what are these fucking sharks can't smell? I mean, I've been throwing blood all over Hollywood and New York for 5 or 6 years. Nothing. I mean, throwing just chum at left and right everywhere. Nobody can, I mean, I have got a ton of tangible, manufacturable material that all it needs is the right production team. And I mean, hey, easy is 7 figures, without a doubt. Easy, at least a few $1 million off of some of these projects with a competent marketing perspective and team. But instead, I just lay here in agony. I mean, literally wasting years and years and years and burning. It's really going to be, history is going to be a cruel fucking bitch. I mean, and that's part of the problem now. You got all these fuckers, these high-priced fuckers with their expensive fucking cosmetology and beauticians who are trying to spin doctor this. Because it's definitely the only way to spin doctor. I mean, how do you spin doctor this? I mean, that's what's going on right now. You got these high-priced beauticians trying to spin doctor this. So it's gonna head towards revolution as the only spin doctor. Well, there's got to be some cataclysmic changes. But you got to look, you're 50 fucking trillion in debt. Even if you have a revolution, you still got a massive debt. And you're way overvalued. Like I said, you got a group of idols and athletes that wouldn't even fill up a stadium that are worth a ton of money that I provide banking services to. Terrible fucking investment. And to validate their international cash, you know, using the St. Louis Cathedral True Blood Chump Bank. That's how they validate the cash. It goes through St. Louis Cathedral, Jacob Valero, True Blood, Chump Bank. But hey, they're not willing, they're too proud to, or something. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's got to be some middle ground to some degree. I mean, it's going to be, history is going to be, it's going to take, the only way it would take a revolution. The only way that they could spin doctor it in their favor. I mean, they could just wait till I die. I mean, literally, there's plenty of people that have hoped I would die. I mean, the pain and suffering isn't enough. I mean, I would like to have kids. I've already wasted most of my life locked in solitary by myself on a penny fucking leash. Oh, I know. You want to make it fair. Well, they want to be able to kill my fucking kids. You got to think about that. These fuckers have fucked me so bad that they want to kill my fucking kids. Or at least they want to turn them into slaves that they can ride. That's what the mob wants. They want me to be so old and decrepit, they think. They want to keep me so See, they want me to miss the prime. That's why I'm missing the prime time. So they can fucking keep me as my family as slaves. Because they are desperate. It's like a fucking bank robbery, They got some fucking high-price hostages, We got some fucking hostages here. We ain't want, that's our lever. That's our muscle. They're a bunch of fucking drug addict juice heads. They are hopped up on hostage steroids, some heavy duty hostage steroids. And they want to keep their drug addict fix. They just have hopped up on, and they're trying anyway desperate. They're going to try to take over the fucking world with Walmarts and Targets. Because they're a fucking bunch of juice heads, that don't want to pay their fucking bill. They're a bunch of goddamn deadbeat bums. The only thing they can do because they fucked up so bad and they worship fucking diplomas and they're a bunch of goddamn idiots that can't even do math is try to take over the world. It's necessary revolution because that's their beauty and they're so proud and pretty, So I gotta sit here because they're fucking decide they don't want to do math, They want the miracle exponent there. So yeah, they want to, they want to fuck me every which way but loose because that's pride there, It doesn't make any fucking sense. History is going to be, but they think they can rewrite history, I guess. I don't know. See, if you can take over the world is just a bunch of pussies. So wouldn't you agree? I mean, literally, the world is a bunch of fucking pussies. I mean, they're just rolling over and say, hey, gangsta, come fuck me, Literally, that's what's going on. I don't know what it is. Doesn't make any sense. It's the media, though. They're inciting revolution, strip mine and everything. So revolution, it makes it difficult. So you got to try to control what's going on in your yard so you can't really do anything globally. So you incite revolution, feminism, freedom, equality, class warfare. That's a great disorientation, diversion tactic. Then you move in with all, so that's obviously what's going on is they're inciting revolution as a weapon to try to protect because there's so much. It's a house of cards sitting there. It's got a dome around it right now, but it doesn't take much to knock it over. And so they're trying to solidify it desperately rather than paying their fucking bills. Doesn't make any sense. So I suffer and suffer for reverence, beautician reverence here, suffer and pain, and waste valuable time. Oh, they wanted to dilute my value to handicap me down to, it's that bullshit. Misinterpret criminal intent, illegal contracts that, the Godfather fucking guns to our head contract sort of thing, and we can't even, we don't get, it's self-reliant, play it as it lies, handicap, JV high school, right? Even though you got $1 billion and we're gonna spend it, other people's money. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on. So I lay around in pain most of the time, trying to escape, saying, when can I get the fuck out of here? Well, they wanted to destroy my family. We were a threat, so they had to knock us down. The system found us as a threat because they were gambling with our money. So they had to destroy the family. So they've done that to a degree by not doing anything. It basically, It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid, stupid, stupid pride and fucking just idiotic mismanagement, horrific mismanagement. I mean, it's some of the dumbest tactics that you will ever fucking see. History, you got to take over the world or bury this forever, because history is going to be just a cruel motherfucker, because it is really, really stupid. I mean, basically, you look like a bunch of fucking little punk-ass South Park bitches. You look like I mean, we're talking about some real high-value degrees here with South Park little bitches that just beat the shit out of me with a lead pipe, stabbed and speared me and left me out to die, and then watched their fucking dogs fuck me to death and locked me out to die of exposure and disease while they were spending my wallet. That's what it really, and then they had to breed some hostages. You know, this is all, they wanted to get at the goodies. So they had to breed some fucking, I'm in the waiting room, reverend here, while they breed some hostages because they fucked us so goddamn bad and spent so much money that it's insurance. That's that fucking bullshit logic again. So yeah, it's some of the worst fucking stupidity you will ever fucking see in the history of the world. They have to try to take over the world, no doubt about it, because they fucked up so bad, literally, just fucking screwed the pooch, royally just fucked it up so bad. I mean, literally, they're gonna have to kill a lot. It's gonna take global revolution. Be prepared. I mean, these people are so goddamn value with their forge, you know, it's gonna take global revolution because they fucked up so bad. Oh, yeah, they're so proud and pretty, you know, and they worship that, you know, but me, I gotta miss the prime time to protect all these fucking bullshit idols that I pay their goddamn salaries for. So you know what? Fuck you, you fucking steaming pile of bullshit, you know? We all know you're nothing but a bunch of fucking drug addict bank robbers. That's what history ought to remember. Oh yeah, but gangsta cool, right, bitches?